Hey guys, good morning. Guys, can you see my screen? Okay, great. Fine. So let's get started with today's session. Okay, fine. So till now we completed a few commands from this section, right? So we came till is displayed is completed. Okay. So now I am going to demonstrate the other commands we have. So though I gave the assignment for you to, to work on is enabled is selected, but I'm going to show you practically. Okay. How to use these commands. And few other commands also I'll going to show you. Whatever that are important, I'm going to show you. The other non-important stuff I'll give you as assignment so that you can work it out on your own. Okay, fine. So not everything will be covered, but few things will be part of assignments. Okay, the necessary things will be covered. Okay, the important necessary things will be covered. Additional things you have to cover because there will be a lot of commands, guys. Okay, there will be a lot of commands. So whatever you need, you have to keep learning them. Okay. So fine. Let's start with this is enabled command. Yesterday I covered a is displayed command. Now I'm going to cover is enabled. Okay. Fine. So coming to the is enabled command, if a particular element is in enabled mode or disabled mode, it can be a button, it can be a text field, it can be anything, guys. It can be either in enabled state or disabled state. So how to find out whether the particular element that is displayed on the page is in enabled or disabled state? By using the is enabled command. Enabled command is going to return true when the particular element that you are locating and checking using this is enabled command is in enabled state. Okay, that you can work on it. You can click on the button or you can type text into the text fields. Such kind of elements are in enabled state. So is enabled command will return true for such kind of elements. For the other elements which are not in enabled state, that you cannot interact or that you cannot type text into or select the options or whatever it is, click on the buttons. If it is not possible, and they look like a grayed out mode kind of stuff, then is enabled command when using with that kind of elements will return false. Fine. So why we use is enabled command in real time? To check whether a particular element is enabled or disabled before performing an operation on it. Okay. So before you perform click operation on a particular button, or before you select a radio button, or before you enter text in text field, you will cross check whether that particular element is in enabled state or not. Okay. If it returns true, then only you are going to perform the operations. Otherwise, you are going to skip the operation. Okay. Fine. So let me practically show you how to use is enabled command. I'll just create one more package for today. Whatever the commands I covered today will be part of this package. Selenium commands 3. And in this, I'm going to create a new class. So this is enabled demo. With main method, I'll create. So here I'll write down Chrome driver. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Control Shift O. Then driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Then I'll say driver dot get. I'll give the application URL. For example, I'll take you to this application, that is omega.blogspot.com. As you can see on this page, most of the elements are in enabled state. For example, this multi-selection box field is in enabled state. This drop-down is in enabled state. The text is in enabled state. The links are in enabled state. Okay. This button is also in enabled state. But if you look at this button, I can click on this button, you see. But you see, I cannot interact with this button because this button 1 is in disabled state. So what are all the other elements which are in disabled state? For example, this text area field is in enabled state. I can type text into that. Okay. Whereas this particular text field is in disabled state. I cannot, even I'm typing, I'm not able to enter text into the disabled text box field here. Now come back down. You see this particular checkbox is in enabled state, so I can select it. Whereas this checkbox field is in disabled state. Okay, like that, some elements are in enabled state on this application page, some elements are in disabled state. So how to find out before performing operation on these elements, how to find out whether a particular element is in enabled state or disabled state? By using this command known as is enabled command. So let me try this is enabled command with this button and this particular button. Two buttons are there. I'll try that, okay, as a sample. As a practice, you can try it on checkbox fields, text box fields, and all those stuff. The same application, okay? Fine. Anyhow, I'll try this as a sample with these buttons for now. So what I'll do is I'll give the application URL first. After giving the application URL, I would like to inspect this button that I want to check whether it is in enabled state or disabled state. So here there is an ID. Copy this ID, driver dot find element by dot ID of that button. This is button 2. I'll simply say button 2. I'll create a web element here, web element. I'll type and simply say Control Shift O. Automatically it will be imported. Then button 2 dot is enabled. Okay. So is enabled will return either true or false. That is a Boolean value will be returned. So I'll say Boolean enable status, whether it is in enable status or not. If instead of writing button dot is enabled here, I'll just directly write the result of this here. Okay. If this is true, then we'll go inside the if block. And here I'll print out button 2 is in enabled state. Okay. Else I'll print out button 2 is in disabled state. Similarly, I'll do with this disabled button, which is button 1 here. I'll inspect this disabled button here. So this is ID I got for the disabled button. Here I'll write the similar code driver.find element by dot ID of the disabled button. Put a semicolon here. I'll say button 1 is equal to, and here I'll declare this with a web element. And then I'll simply say button 1 dot is enabled. And this will return the Boolean status, Boolean enable status 2 or something I'll say. Otherwise, here if this enabled status 2, I'll write down the print statement saying system.out.println button 1 is in enabled state. Sorry, button 2, right? Button 2 is in enabled state. Else I'll write down system.out.println button 1 is in disabled state. Okay. And finally, I'll say driver.quit. This is the code I have written, guys. If I run this code, it will print button 2 is in enabled state and button 1, sorry, here button 2 I have to write, sorry. Let me stop the script. If I want to stop the script in middle, I'll just, stop it here, okay? So let me run it again freshly after changing the code. Button 2 is in enabled state, button 1 is in disabled state should be printed for us. You see? Okay, the things came same because I have to give 1 right. It's again a mistake. Let me write it again. Button 1, right? Button 1. Button 2 is in enabled state. Button 1 is in disabled state. Okay. We got the proper answer. Yes, right, correct. Everyone clear with is enabled command? If you are clear, just type C in the chat box, guys. If you guys are clear with the is enabled command, just type C in the chat box. Okay. Then Next one is selected command. Okay. Next one is selected command. Is selected. This will check whether a particular radio button or checkbox field is in selected state or not. If it is already in selected state, it will return true. If the radio button or checkbox field that we are finding and assigning it to using it with the is selected command is in disabled, is in not selected state. It's not selected, let's say. In that case, is selected will return false. For example, I'll show you here. These two radio buttons are in non-selected state. So selected command will return false for them. Okay. Whereas this orange checkbox field, if I try that with selected, will return true. Whereas blue checkbox field, if I try with selected command, will return false. If I come back here, come back down here, bike will return false for selected command. Selected will return true for this bicycle. Selected will return false for this car because it is not selected state. Pen will return false. Book checkbox field will return true for selected command, and laptop false and back false. Okay, like that, guys. Hope you got an idea. So I'm going to demonstrate that now. I'll just close this and freshly, write the code. Right click, new, selected command. Selected demo, main method. Here I'm going to write down Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Control Shift O, and then driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, then driver dot get, give the application URL as this one, copy paste. And after that, I have to find a particular element. Let's say this orange checkbox field I locate, inspect. This two checkbox fields I'll see first. Okay, so it's an ID is there for this orange checkbox field. This is an ID, as you can see, checkbox one. Driver dot find element by dot ID. Put a semicolon, and this is orange checkbox. Okay, and the return type of the find element is web element that I'll declare it here. Okay, and simply I'll say Control Shift O to import that web element. Now orange checkbox field dot is selected. If I say this will return a Boolean value. If you can hover the mouse on the is selected, you see it is returning a Boolean value. I'll simply say Boolean check status. Okay, checkbox status. In simple words, I'm writing check status. Okay, so if otherwise checkbox status, this is more better, right? Checkbox status, checkbox one status otherwise. Okay, and here I'll write down if this is in selected state, system.out.println. I'll write orange checkbox field is in selected state. Else I'll write down system.out.println orange check box field is not in selected state. Okay, now go back down, and here I'll go with another checkbox field, that is blue checkbox field. I'll inspect that. I have to not right click on the blue label. I have to right click on the checkbox field. Okay, so this is HTML code of that particular checkbox field, and here I'll take this ID, and here I write down driver.find element by ID of that blue checkbox field. Put a semicolon here, and here I'll write blue checkbox, and I'll declare this web element. Then I'll write down this blue checkbox dot is selected, and it will return a Boolean value, Boolean checkbox 2 status. In this case, is selected will return false because checkbox, that is blue checkbox field, is not in selected state. We know that. Okay, if checkbox 2 status, if that returns anyhow false. So
Yes, sir, sorry to interrupt.
yeah, no problem. Ask.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, sir, we are doing this step right after Boolean. We are putting if condition, and then you are putting that that it is like clickable or not. All those things we are doing, right? So instead of this, we can like directly go with we can do right. Like we can do like assert true equal to, and then we can give that name that on orange checkbox. After that, we can just put that is displayed and
Yes,
is
you are
enabled
talking
on.
about test ng assertions, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't want to go with that because I want to, focus more on commands now because I have not started test ng for you, right? Once Selenium topics are completed, then we'll go for test ng and then I'll show you what to do there. Okay. Is that
Fine, sir.
fine?
Fine. Okay.
Till then, we'll go with this
Yeah. So, but
logic. In real time, we are not going to write
yeah,
this kind of if else conditions. This is just for
yeah,
understanding
that
the commands.
okay.
Okay.
Understood.
This is
Yeah.
not real
Okay,
time thing.
understood.
Okay.
That only I wanted.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that why only. That was my only question. Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sir. Okay.
That's correct.
Because in
Your
your
question.
earlier videos, you only taught this. Because in your other videos, you only taught this in YouTube. So only I asked.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
sir.
correct. So thing is that let's not go directly to the test ng now. So to understand the advantage of test ng and all right, so first we'll go with this process and later I'll show you how this can be replaced with test ng assertions and all. Okay, that I'm going to do that later. Okay. For now, just try to understand. Focus is all about commands. Okay. Here, focus is all about commands and it's not about real-time automation. So blue checkbox field is not in selected state, right? And similarly, the same thing you can do with the same thing you can do with the radio buttons also. Okay, the same concept you can apply with radio buttons. So, for example, here we have the blue checkbox field, selected checkbox field and unselected, non-selected. Now we have the radio buttons also for like bike and bicycle. If I inspect this bike, you see this doesn't have any, you know, ID, but name is there. But can I take this name? Here, multiple things are there. Can you see that? All these three radio buttons have the same name. Can you see that? Can I take the name locator here? Because it is duplicated across multiple elements. No, right? I cannot go with ID. I cannot go with name. Class is not there at all. It's not a hyperlink. So then I have to go with XPath. Right. Yes. Rajkumar has already typed the XPath expression. Yes, the same thing. Control F. If you know how to create your own XPath expressions, you can do that. Okay. So if you are not aware of that, I have already posted that video in one of the assignments. The previous sessions, you can watch that. Yes, copy this and simply write down /input @ value is equal to bike. Okay. It will locate this part. So bike radio, let's see what is locating. Only one element, that is nothing but the bike radio button. That's fine. I'll use the XPath expression. Driver.find element by dot XPath. Provide the XPath expression of that bike radio button. Bike radio. Okay. And here I'll simply say web element. And then I'll simply say bike radio, or I can directly write something like this. Okay. Bike radio dot e. Instead of storing that into a Boolean value and then try, directly you can say is selected, right? But here itself you can say bike radio. I can reduce one line. You see, I don't have to write this separately, right? The same condition I can directly provide in the if block. Okay, then I'm trying that here. Okay, this is also fine. If e selected command will return true, that means it is in selected state. But here in this case, what will happen? The radio button is not in selected state, so e selected command will return false. So it will go to the else block anyhow. But I have to write the code. This is what is this? Bike radio field is in selected state if it comes as true. But if don't come as true, if it goes to the else block, I'll print it out. System.out.println bike radio field is not in selected state. Then next one is bicycle. Inspect that. And for bicycle, I have to create an XPath expression. That is here in place of bike, I have to provide the value as bicycle. That remaining all things are same, right? Input, value, attribute, bicycle. Just replace this bike with bicycle. It will locate this bicycle radio button, which is in selected state. So I'll simply write down driver.find element by dot XPath of that bicycle thing, put a semicolon here, and okay, bicycle, bicycle, okay, web element, and simply I'll write down the direct condition, writing if this bicycle dot is selected, it will return true in this case. So system dot out dot println bicycle radio field is in selected state, else system dot out dot println bicycle radio field is not in selected state. And here I'll simply say driver dot quit at the end, okay, to close the browser automatically. Run the script and see what happens. I did this with both radio buttons and checkbox fields. Let's see what will be the output. Let the script run. Orange checkbox field is in selected state. Blue checkbox field is not in selected state. Bike radio field is not in selected state. Bicycle radio field is in selected state. We got a proper output. So is this clear for everyone? If it is clear, just type C in the chat box. Guys, if it is clear, type C in the chat box so that I can go with the next command. Great. So it's clear for almost everyone. When if you have any doubts, you can ask me, guys, still. Then is enabled is completed, is selected is completed. Then now we are moving to navigate commands. These are browser level commands, guys. Navigate commands are browser level commands, okay? Like driver.get. You don't have to find an element, right? To open an application URL. Driver.manage.window.maximize. That is a browser level command. What are the other browser level commands we have seen earlier? Driver.get title, driver.get current URL. All these were like browser level commands. Similarly, navigate commands are also browser level commands. Okay. Let me demonstrate the navigate commands for you. Okay. So using this navigate command further has subcommands, navigate dot something. Okay. Navigate dot to, navigate dot back, navigate dot refresh. Okay. Like that, different commands are there. Navigate dot to, navigate dot back, navigate dot forward, navigate dot refresh. Four subcommands are there after navigate. Okay, so I'll tell you how that happens. The navigate commands can be used to navigate back to the previous page, navigate forward to the previously visited page, then refreshing the page, current page, and going to another page, going to another website. Okay. Initially, you are using get command, guys. Okay. To go to a particular open initial application URL, you are in get command. But in between, if you want to navigate away from this application to any other application, you use navigate dot to command. Okay. So fine, but both will do. Even you can use driver dot get in between also. But if you use navigate, that sounds good. Okay. The purpose looks good. Okay. But the working wise, both are same. Navigate dot driver dot get and navigate dot to both will work in the same way, but I'm going to show you anyhow. Navigate commands, right? So navigate commands, navigate commands with main method I'm creating. I'll show you what I'm trying to do here and all. Okay. What I'll try to do here is first I'll take you to this page using the normal driver.get. So Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. And then say driver.manage.window.maximize, then driver.get, provide the application URL. After opening the application URL, here, what I want to do is I want to, click on some link so that I'll get navigated away to another page. For example, the Selenium 143. What happens when I click on this? I'm taken to this page, right? After that, I would like to navigate back. I have to use browser level command, back option. This browser level back option I have to click. I'll come back here. Now again, I have to go forward. Click on this. Again, I'll be taken here. Now I want to refresh. Just click on refresh. Okay. And now I want to be taken to any other page, navigate.to command like Selenium, like this. I want to type, like just go from here to Selenium by arun.blogspot.com. Okay. All these things I can do with the help of these commands. So let's get started. So first what I want to do is once I go to this omega.blogspot.com, I would like to click on this link. First of all, I would like to click on this link. So I'll be taken to another page. Inspect this. So it has an ID, guys. Copy this ID. Come back here and simply write down driver.findElement by dot ID. Provide the ID locator of that. Put a semicolon. And here I'll write down driver.findElement by dot ID. And here I'll write down what is that link? Selenium 143 link. Okay, is equal to, and just declare that as a web element. Or you can directly say dot click also here. That's also fine. Okay. Selenium 143 dot click. Okay. Once you click on this, you'll be taken to Selenium 143 page. Once you are taken to this page, I want to browse back using this browser option. This is a browser level command I have to use for clicking on this browser back option. Okay, I cannot inspect this element. This is a browser level command. On the page, you can inspect any element, but here there is a browser level option to browse back. So for that, driver dot should not find any element. Simply say navigate command, and navigate dot when you say, you'll get some sub commands. In that, you have to use back command. Back navigation command you have to use. This will browse back to this page, previous page. Now I want to again browse forward. Wherever I went, I want to go there. Browse forward. That's for driver dot navigate dot forward I have to use. What will happen when I click on forward here? It will take you here. Okay. Then I would like to refresh this particular page. I would like to refresh this option, this browser level refresh option. Driver dot navigate dot refresh command will be there. These are all subcommands of navigate. Navigate dot back, navigate dot forward, navigate dot refresh. And finally, after refreshing, I want to navigate away to another page. So for that, we have one more command that is driver dot navigate dot to command. Okay. So here either to navigate dot to command you can use, or driver dot get command also you can use. But mostly in the beginning we use driver dot get command, and in between, after the script starts, and if you want to navigate away from this page, this application to any other page application, then most probably people keep using navigate dot to command instead of get command. But both will work in the same fashion. But usage wise, it makes a difference, right? Context wise or something, understanding wise, it's better to use navigate to instead of get command, because they have provided some such kind of command for us. But this command and this command work in both the same way. Okay. So I want to give Selenium by Arun dot like this. I want to navigate away to this page. So for that, I'll give it here. Okay. So the script runs very fast. So to make sure that it's not running that much fast, I'll just add thread dot sleep some for for just halting purpose. Okay. I'll just give some 3 seconds of time here. Ignore the exception using the Eclipse options. Just after clicking, just before navigating, after navigating back 3 seconds, after navigating forward 3 seconds, after refreshing 3 seconds, after navigating away to another page 3 seconds, and finally driver dot quit. This we don't write in real time, but just for the demo purpose, since the script will be very fast and will not be able to see what's happening on the page. So I've written the 3 seconds of holding time. Okay, passing time. I'm running the script. So these are all the different navigate commands we have: navigate dot back, navigate dot forward, navigate dot refresh, navigate dot to. Once we went to that, after 3 seconds, it will click on Selenium 143 link on the page and it will take you to another web page, that is selenium143.blogspot.com. After the page is loaded, after 3 seconds, it will navigate backward. Browser back happened. Now browser forward will happen. Browser forward happened. Now after 3 seconds, it will refresh the page. It has refreshed the page as you can see. After that, it will navigate to another web page, seleniumbyaaron.blogspot.com. After 3 seconds, it will close the browser. Done. Everyone clear with the navigate commands? Everyone clear with the navigate commands? Just type C in the chat box if you guys are clear with the navigate commands, or if you have any doubts, you can ask me out. Great. So these are a good type of commands, guys, and a few other commands are there that have to demonstrate for sure. Okay, so there are a few commands that I have to, explain. Few commands I'll ignore. Okay, few commands I'll explain, but few commands I'll ignore. So get page source I'll explain. Okay, so this is needed sometimes. So what I'll do here is I'll take you to one web page, guys, which has very less HTML code or something. And here I'll take you to this link. It just has 404 not found message, nothing more than the page is almost blank. Okay, just a matter of, some text like 404 not found text is there on the page. But if I want to see the HTML code of this page, what I have to do? If I want to see the HTML code of this page manually, if I want to see the HTML code of this page, what I have to do, guys? Anyone have any idea like what I have to do? Someone is saying I have to inspect the page. Someone is saying right click inspect. Source, AB is saying source. Page source, you are saying yes. Priyanka is saying page source. Pawan is saying view page source. Some people are saying inspect, some people are saying view page source. Both the ways we can find the HTML code. For example, right click and select inspect option. The Google Chrome DevTools will get the entire HTML code. This is the entire HTML code of this page. This is one way. The other better way is right click here and select view page source option. Okay. So it will open another tab with all the HTML code. Okay. So it's coming in a single line, but because it's very small, right? HTML starting tag, ending tag, body starting tag, body ending tag, H2, like that. Okay, done. So simple. This is the HTML code of this page, guys. Okay, this is the HTML code of this page. Okay, or other way is like right click inspect and Control Shift I. Okay, that also you will get the same thing. Okay, the HTML code. Fine. Fine, that's it, guys. So how to get the HTML code? You can, for example, if you want to retrieve this HTML code, okay, if you want to retrieve the HTML code of the page and print in the output console, for some in real time, for some reasons, there may be some real time situations coming where you want to see whether in the entire HTML code of the page, this 404 not found text is available or not. Let's assume, okay, you are unable to identify this. Maybe let's say, what you can say, you want to check whether in the page source something is available or not. Okay, in real time there may be some situations coming where you want to check whether something is available in the HTML page source of this particular page or not. In that case, we have to retrieve this HTML code, right? And then come and we have to check whether in that particular HTML code we have the required thing or not. Okay, that's what happens in real time. So fine. So anyhow, I'll demonstrate that for you. That is a get page source command. The command is get page source, which will retrieve the HTML source code of the page and return that HTML source code in the form of a string that you can print it out into the output console or verify whether something is there available in the HTML code of that page, retrieved page or not, something like that you can see. So let me right click and say new, get page source. Okay. command. So here I'll write down the code. Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Then I'll hold the mouse on the Chrome driver and import it. And then driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, then driver dot get provide the application URL. This application URL application URL of this particular page. Okay, where less amount of HTML code is there. Intentionally, I took this kind of page because the HTML code is very less, so it's better. Okay, then how to get the, is it a browser level command or what do you think? Get page source is a browser level command, or I have to find an element to get the page source of a particular page. What do you think, guys? Yes, Rajkumar is saying it's a browser level command. Yes, it's a browser level command for sure, right? It's a browser level command. So what I'll do is driver dot get page source. I'll write like this, okay? The moment I say get page source, it will return you string format, string page source, okay? And I'll print it out. System, if I want to print it out, I'll print it out, or if I want to find something in that, I can find out. Page source dot contains like that I can use, okay? For now, I'll simply say page source, it will print it out, okay? Then driver dot pitch, driver dot pitch. Now run the script, and in the output console, the page source of this particular this application URL page will be printed, retrieved and printed in the output. You see, the HTML code of that particular page has been retrieved and printed. But some other applications, like for example, if I take omaya.blogspot.com, lot of HTML code will be there here. Not be as simple as what I have seen. View page source. You see, this much amount of HTML code will be retrieved and printed. Okay, starting from here to here, it will be retrieved and printed. Okay. So for now, just for sample, I'm just demonstrating with a simple page. You can also use that with omaya.blogspot.com and try it out. Okay. Everyone clear with the get page source? How it will retrieve the HTML code of the entire HTML code of the page? Is it clear, everyone? Simple commands, guys. Just need to know that's it. Okay. Great. Then submit, I'm not going to cover, guys. Submit, I'm not going to cover. We use it very less often. So I want you to explore that, okay? So I'll give you the links and all from where you can. Okay, so I don't want to demonstrate submit command. Whatever the commands I don't demonstrate, I want you guys to explore by yourself, okay? Or I'll give you some YouTube links using which you can study by yourself. Submit Selenium. Where I covered, I guess. Yeah, submit command. This is Python. Where did I cover then? Selenium command, some playlist will be there, in that it will be there. 1 minute, guys. Yeah, full Selenium WebDriver command separate list is there with me. You can also explore this if you want to have good knowledge of different commands, right? You can explore this link. So somewhere submit will be there for sure. You see, this is the submit command, okay? Copy. I'll just give that as an assignment to watch these videos, okay? So fine, I'll just write down somewhere. Today's assignments. Explore submit command. Okay, with the links I'll give so that you can see. Okay, whatever the commands I don't cover, I want you to go and explore, because these are additional commands that if you keep digging, lot of commands will come, guys. Okay, get tag name. This is also the command that you have to explore. Another command is explore get tag name. It will get the HTML tag of that particular element. Okay. Whatever the element you inspected for that particular, whatever the HTML tag is there, that it will retrieve. Then where you can get that. Yeah, get tag name command. Copy link address. Then what else we have? We have get CSS value. This command I'll explain. Okay. This command I'll cover, guys. Okay. This is important command. Get CSS value is an important command I'll cover. Okay. So submit and get tag name. You have to explore with the videos I'm sharing. You just learn and it will be very simple for you. Okay. But get CSS value is an important command that we often use. So it's better I explain that. Okay. Get CSS value command. Get CSS value command. Main method. What is this get CSS value? You know about CSS stylings and all, right? For example, if you want to get the, let's say, if I take you to this application, let's say tutorialsninja.com/demo, and if you want to get the color, let's say, color or font size or whatever of this particular button, let's say I'll inspect this button. In the HTML code, you will get this is the HTML code of this particular button, but but I want to retrieve some other things. For example, I want to get the color of this, color of the text on this particular button. Okay, button text color. Okay, button text color. If you scroll down, a lot of things will be there. Let's see where the things are. What about this one? I'll inspect this part and see what's happening. Font family, color. Okay, text color is coming, it seems. Okay, any other item I can inspect properly? I'm just thinking this button is better. ID. Margin bottom. Position relative, display inline block, vertical align. Color. You see, you are getting color here, right? This is the color of this. This is the color of this button. If you want to get the color of this button, so have to locate the appropriate HTML line of this particular button. And for that, in the styles tab, okay, under the elements, a sub tab styles will be there where different CSS styling properties will be there. Okay, see font family, font weight, color, font size, line height, like that. If I want to get the color of this particular button, okay, how can I get the color of this particular button? How can I retrieve this particular colors value? This is not an HTML, right? This is HTML, but this is CSS. CSS. How to get that? How to get the CSS value? CSS attributes value otherwise. From HTML attribute value, get attribute command is there. But here for stylings, get CSS. Get CSS value command will be there. And to that, you have to pass the color attribute and then you can get it. Okay. But before that, you have to find this particular element for which the color is gray color. Okay. I'll take this ID and then do that. Okay. Let's write the script. Chrome driver is equal to, sometimes you will get some requirements as part of software testing. You'll get some requirements where as per the client requirements, client is expecting the color of the button to be some gray color, something like that. Okay, how to check that using automation that the color of the button is that particular button. Okay, that color. We have to use get CSS. Using get CSS value command, we can do that. Control Shift O, then driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, then driver dot get command. And here I'll provide the application URL where that particular button is available. And after that, I've inspected the button and this is the ID of that particular button. And I'll simply find the element, private dot find element by dot ID. Provide the ID of that particular button. I'll simply say card button. card button is equal to, here create a web element, and here I'll simply say Control Shift O, then card button. Then I'll say card button. Dot get CSS value. And here in double quotes, what is the value at value? What I have to provide inside the double quotes of this command? Tell me, guys. As part of this, what I have to provide? This color attribute, right? CSS color styling attribute I have to provide. This color attribute we have to provide. Then get CSS value will provide the string dot button color is equal to, okay. Now system.out.println, then say card button color, and finally say driver.which. Now run the script, right click run as Java application. Let's see whether that color comes up or not. Okay. These are just additional commands, guys. Okay, you see, its color is coming in a different format, RGBA 102.102. I'll copy this and Google it out, what color it is. Okay. Just go to one of the website and see what color it is. Yeah, this is the color. This is the color, right? The color matches, right? So let's see. Dow gray color or gray color. Okay, it's nothing but the gray color that we got it. Okay, you can check it in different places. You can find it out. Okay, this is color conversion. And where exactly we can see. Okay, let's see. Yeah. This is the color, guys. Okay, this is the color. Whatever the color you got is a color. Fine. Yeah, programmatically we can do that. Okay. Yeah. Programmatically we have to do that. Okay. So, or we have to check with X color format itself. That is one way. Or programmatically, there are different programs where you can convert one color to another color. One format of the color to another format of the same color. Okay. So in what way you want to get that conversion, you can do by yourself, Pushkar. Okay. So is that clear? We can do programmatically. Let's not be there, but maybe in real time live series, we can do that stuff. But for now, let's just understand. Okay. We are able to retrieve, right? Or we are able to retrieve #66 in that RGBA format and all. Okay. That's fine. Then at least the focus is on this command, guys. Don't worry about which color you got and which color format you got. But the only thing is that how to use a get CSS value. If you are using get CSS value with a different attribute, for example, I want to use get CSS value to get the font weight. I'll take the font weight now. Okay. Just focus on the here button dot get CSS value. And here, if I provide instead of color, if I provide font weight and string card button font weight. is equal to, if I simply say system.out.println, if I print it out, you should get the weight now. Some 400 or something is there, right? That should get retrieved and printed in the output. Run the script. You see, you got 400. Whatever the CSS attribute value you want to get, like this 400, color, font family value, font size value, line height value, and any other properties here, you can do that. Okay. So that's the thing. That is all about the get CSS value, guys. This is useful for us because sometimes we may get some requirements to, retrieve the check whether we have proper CSS values given for a particular developed for that particular element or not. Okay. So for that case, we will use get CSS value commands. So is this clear, guys? Type C in the chat box if you guys are clear with this command so that I can go with the next one now. Okay, great. So then next we have get size, get rect, get location. Okay. So if you want to get the, height and width of a particular element, you can use get size command. If you want to know the X and Y coordinates of that, then if you want both, you see latest command is instead of using these two commands, we now have a single command known as get rect, using which we can get the height, width, X and Y coordinate positions of that particular element or button or whatever it is. Okay. So these are few commands, and then we have full screen. We don't use in real time. You can try it by yourself. Set size, we don't use in real time. Get class, not much used. Page load timeout, not much used. So what I'll do here is these commands you have to explore by yourself, guys. Okay. Get size, get location, get rect, full screen, get size, get class, page load timeout. I'll give you these as assignments. Okay. These are very simple commands that you can do as an assignment. Explore get size command. I'll give the URL also from where you can explore that. Copying this, copy link address, and I'm just not leaving it. I'm just asking you guys to watch the video because important commands I'll cover, but other unimportant commands you can watch by yourself. Okay, and explore. Explore get location command. Then what else we have? Get rect command. I think get rect is not here, but it is a different place. I'll tell you. Explore get rect command. Yeah, this is the one. Then we have full screen command, explore full screen command. All this I'll paste in the Telegram group. Don't worry. It's a new command, it seems, so it will not be there sometimes. Yeah. Then full screen command is also completed. Then set size command, explore, set size command, set size. Here it will come most probably. Let size is there, means set size will be there somewhere. But let's go with this. Yeah, set size. Then get class command, explore, get class command. All this you explore it, guys. Okay, so with the videos, okay. Get class. You try it out with these videos, okay, and understand what the commands are meant for. Then page load timeout. This will be covered to you during the waiting mechanism and all concepts. Okay, page load timeout will be covered to you during, but for now you explore by yourself. Okay, for now you explore. During the waiting mechanism, I'll cover this command for you. It's not the right time for me to explain this. Okay, during waiting mechanism, I'll cover this. Explore page load timeout. That's the thing, right? Page load timeout command. This is another assignment I'm going to give you. So with this, we'll be done with this, and there are a lot of other commands. You see, is the commands list done? So these are just getting started commands, guys. Okay, this is just beginning level, but there are a lot of other commands in Selenium WebDriver, that is find elements, by dot tag name, get screenshot as, get full page screenshot as, get window handle, get window handles, window, new window, switch to, select by visible text, select by index, select by value, is multiple, get options, get first selected option, get all selected options, deselected by visible text, deselect by index, deselect by value, deselect all, frame, parent frame, default content, implicitly wait until visibility of element located, element to be clickable, invisibility of element located, alert, get text, accept, dismiss, alert is present, send keys for alert. These are not for driver dot find element send keys, not like that. Alert related send keys, move to element, click from actions class, drag and drop by, context click, double click. Some people were asking me, right, double click, how to perform double click. Okay, this is a command for that. Okay, drag and drop, key down, key up for keyboard actions. Okay, send keys from actions class, code, build, perform, execute script, execute asynchronous script, get cookie. Like many commands are there. You see, a lot of commands are there. Okay, so all these commands from this list of commands, I am going to cover the commands on the based of a topic, guys. Okay, based on a topic, I am going to cover, guys, based on topics. Going ahead, we'll get a lot of other topics in Selenium automation. I have to see like session 12. What is session 12? I have to check first. Let's find it out. Let me open and find out the session 12 here. And also we have some portion of the Java left out that also I'm going to cover. This is a problem, no? It's not working for me, I guess. And if you want to explore all these commands, it's up to you guys. I don't recommend you to go through this list right now. Okay. I don't want you guys to go through this list right now because I have not completed all the commands. Okay. It's better not to go with this list right now. Maybe at some other point of time I can give that as an assignment, but not now. Mm. Session 5, this is session 12. Looks like we have to touch base Java again. Okay. So fine, you guys have some time. Okay. But let's now move on to Java again, guys. Okay. So for today, we'll end it here. I'll take out all your doubts, and you can practice other remaining commands, like uh, these commands, like whatever the commands I mentioned here, apart from whatever I covered, remaining all commands you are going to explore by yourself today. Okay. Tomorrow we'll start the Java concepts. Okay. Whatever I have not covered so far in Java, I'm going to cover tomorrow, like arrays, strings, wrapper classes, exception handling mechanism, that I'll cover, and few more Java series will go on going ahead. Okay. At least we started Selenium automation. After completing the Java topics, again we'll continue with Selenium again. Okay. Advanced topics of Selenium we'll cover. Guys, if you have any doubts, you can ask me right away. That's all for today. That's all from my side for today. And you guys have to ask me the doubts if you have any. Anyone have any doubts?
Yeah, I have a doubt related data driven testing. I'm Priyanka. So
Yeah,
I'll go
please.
last after all this.
Okay, no problem. Fine. Yeah. Other than Priyanka, anyone have any doubts? Okay, fine. No doubts from Nagveni, no doubts from Rajkumar. Anyone have any other doubts? Yeah, no doubts, Mahesh. Fine. So keep asking me the doubts, guys, while I'm posting the things into the Telegram group for today. If you have any doubts, you can ask me out. If anyone have any doubts, otherwise you can leave, guys. If you have doubts, you can stay. Whatever the doubts you have, just ask me.
Is there any videos available for HTML and CSS?
Yes,
Basic
yes.
things.
Rajkumar, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll give you that. Hello, hello.
Yeah, I
Can
could
you
hear.
hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Yeah, fine. So HTML and CSS is the one you are asking me, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, let me go. This is the one. Okay.
Okay.
I'll ping you in the chat. Okay, you can take it from there.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
In chat, I pinged just now. That is the 4 hours of almost all covering the basics of HTML, CSS. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, sir.
Welcome. So then tomorrow I have to cover this one. Share. Just take it ready for tomorrow. Close this. I'm uploading the today's code. So Rishi is asking me a question. Why are we using Maven project and not simple Java project? In real time, people use Maven project. Okay, and also why Chrome driver and not WebDriver? Another question. So first question, Rishi, 1 minute. First question, Rishi, why are we using Maven project and not simple Java project? You see, initially while practicing Java, have shown how to use a simple Java project. But coming to Selenium automation, okay, it's better to use Maven project. Okay, so because in real time people use Maven project, not the simple Java project. But
Yes.
if you want to know anything about a simple Java project, I'll explain you out. Not a big deal. Okay. So how to work with simple Java project for Selenium, if you want to know, I can help you out on that. Okay. So, but we in real time we use a Maven project only. Okay. That's the reason we directly
Yes.
went to Maven project. And there is a separate session on Maven. Okay. I didn't explain Maven in detail, but just Maven project I created and directly started using it for our automation purpose and all. Just added some Selenium library that dependency tags into that pom.xml file and started using. But we can also use a simple Java project, but in real time people don't use that. Okay, that's the thing. And coming to
Okay.
the second question, why Chrome driver and not WebDriver driver? So we have to use WebDriver. Driver is called new Chrome driver only, but I don't want to do that right away. So initially on Chrome browser we are doing, and in one of the session, okay, in one of the session, I covered like how to run your scripts on different browsers, like Edge browser and Firefox and all. So Chrome driver. For now, we are going with Chrome driver. Driver is called new Chrome driver. But when we go into the framework aspects, okay, when we go into framework aspects, right? What I will do is I'll tell you why we are going for WebDriver. Just writing WebDriver driver is called not new Chrome driver is very easy for everyone. But why it is required? Okay, after explaining that, I'll move to the WebDriver. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver or new whatever the browser driver. Okay, that's the plan. Okay, as part of my training plan, I did that intentionally. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Main thing about the Maven project is it simplifies main advantage of Maven project. What do you think is the main advantage of Maven project, guys? The main advantage we have in the Maven project is automatically downloads the required libraries for us, right? Configures, right? In normal project, if you want to add a library or you want to update a library and configure that particular library in our projects, that will take a lot of time and a lot of efforts. You have to manually download the libraries, all the jar files you have to extract, copy them into the project, and then configure the project. Okay, and very hectic process. Simply if you have a Maven project, just we'll go to the pom.xml file in dependency section, we'll add the dependency tag, that's it, done, right? It's very simple. Okay, that's the reason we are going with Maven. That's the main ultimate reason why people will go with Maven project, and there are other advantages also that I'll cover later in a detailed session of Maven. Okay. Then which approach is good? Bali is asking me some questions. Which approach is good? Identify the XPath in real time. Though selector sub or manual. Through selector sub or manual. I'll say manual first. Okay. You see, manual first. For saving the time, selector sub is good. But not always all companies will allow you to install selector sub add-on. Okay, most of the companies are allowing nowadays. That's a different story. But there may be some situations based on some interviews. In interviews, they may ask you some questions on XPath to write XPath by yourself. If you are a kind of selector sub user, you'll not be able to write your own XPath, and you'll fail that question. Fail answering this question saying that I use selector sub. They may not get impressed. Okay, still you have to learn, right? Even though there are some add-ons and tools which we have, we only use selector sub to save the time, guys. It's not a replacement for manual learning of the XPath. XPath you have to learn in detail, and you should be in a position to write your own XPath expressions. Okay, real time, if you ask me, both means you should be capable of writing your own XPath expressions. That is required in real time. On the top of that, sometimes we don't have so much of time. Very less time will be there where we'll use selector sub to save the time. Okay, for saving the time only selector sub, but for knowledge wise, you have to have your own knowledge of. Sometimes selector sub also will give you very big lengthy XPath expression. Then you should use your mind, right, to create your own better XPath expression. Then manual skills are definitely required in that case. Is it clear, Balu? Yeah. One will save your time. One is manual is also important. Simply adding dependency is good. Yes. Simply adding dependency is good. That's what is done in real time. Okay. In real time, Rajkumar, we simply add the dependency tags. Automatically, the library of that particular thing will get downloaded and configured in the projects. Okay. When we have something simple, why don't we go with that? Is that clear, Rajkumar? Great. Any other questions, guys?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So do we need to learn CSS selector also if we are comfortable with XPath?
Yes. It doesn't take much time. Okay. If you have the XPath knowledge, the CSS is almost similar. Some syntax differences will be there. For example, in XPath, we have @ symbol. In CSS, we don't have that. Okay. Like that, some differences will be there. Okay. And XPath expressions start with // whereas CSS selectors doesn't start with anything. Okay. So it doesn't have any / kind of symbols to be used. And for in XPath expressions to go from a parent element to the child, immediate child, we use single // whereas in XPath we'll use single // whereas in CSS selectors we use greater than symbol. Okay. And in between the XPath expressions, if you want to jump from one parent to some grandchild, something like that, we give // in between the XPath expression, but in CSS selectors, we will give space. Okay. Instead of // in between, we'll give space. So that kind of differences, if you are able to find, okay, it is very easy to, when you have learned so much of, when you have put a lot of efforts on XPath, but for CSS, it doesn't take so much of time. Okay, for XPath learning only, it will take 75% or 80% of the time it will take for XPath. Remaining 20% of the time just for CSS. Okay, so it's not a bad thing of learning it. Okay, you can learn it, not a problem.
Yes, but is there any situation that XPath doesn't work and we have to use
No,
CSS
not
selector?
like that. Not like that. It's not. There will not be any situation like that. Okay. But there are some things in CSS that I feel are good, like starts with some symbols are there. It looks very good to use such kind of situation, utilization of some things. Okay, sometimes not. Sometimes I feel that that what CSS can do, right, that XPath cannot do is XPath can do anything. But in CSS we have shortcut kind of stuff is there. Okay, with some symbols and all. Okay. In XPath, we have some methods kind of stuff. We have to write the entire method and all. And CSS looks, simple, sweet kind of, okay? I'm not saying that situation will come where, what XPath cannot find that CSS will find. It's not like that, okay? It's all about, some choice where, instead of writing lengthy XPath, can you write a small sized CSS? That looks good, na? That kind of thing I'm talking about, okay?
Yes. So there are small, very minute differences. That's why it is little bit confusing actually, XPath and CSS selector. So
But
I
focus,
thought,
make yourself strong in XPath, I am saying. Have some
yes,
knowledge of CSS, I am saying. That's it, okay? Keep
okay,
using XPath only. Don't use
yes,
CSS. Don't mix up XPath and CSS, okay?
yes,
In real time, most of the people use XPath only, okay?
yes,
99% XPath only. Just for knowledge case, you learn CSS, okay? Only in few cases, try to use CSS and don't try to remember everything in CSS. If you are getting confused with XPath, right, then avoid remembering so much of CSS. Get habituated to use, that one, okay? That's the thing. Got an idea, right? XPath you try
yes,
to
yes,
focus
yes.
more.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, fine. Any other questions, guys?
Yeah, shall I go ahead, Arun?
Uh, yeah, give me a second. Yeah, you can go ahead, Priyanka. That's fine.
So yesterday I have completed the data-driven framework,
Uh-huh.
but in my case, no, the only Firefox test case is running, and
Mm-hmm.
Chrome and Edge test case is not running. I have setup means I have already set up the Maven and all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, shall I
Okay.
share? Yes,
Okay. Just
I'm sharing my screen.
okay. So I don't think you have permission to do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, fine. Yeah, so I go. I'm
Now you
pasting.
can share. Now try to share now. Let's-
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Yeah. So I'll run this again.
No need to run that. Just show me like the code I'll ask you. So 1 minute.
Yeah,
Driver.
that
Where did you write
DDL
the code
project.
for choosing the browser and all? Where you are
No,
inputting
I
the browser?
just copied your folder.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
this one. So Chrome is not running, which is failure and which is correct, but it is not even opening. And Firefox is running successfully, and Edge also
Mm-hmm.
it is being stuck. But in
Okay.
TestNG project, the all the methods are showing passed.
Okay.
All the
Okay.
three methods like
Maybe
this.
there are no assertions or something, maybe. So that's okay. Then just go back. Just go back to the code once.
Okay.
Go to the base once. Base here on the left side, you have some base, right? Base.java.
Yeah.
Open that. 1 minute. Yeah, here do one thing. Now the things have been changed. There's a problem. Here you are using WebDriver manage.chrome driver.setup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that you comment it out. Okay, put a comment here before that.
Okay.
Yes, for Firefox driver also put it, and for Edge driver also you put it. Now, go to the, it's a Maven project only, right? Go to the pom.xml file now.
Okay.
Yeah, the pom.xml file, just scroll down, go to the dependencies, and then which version of Selenium you are using, latest version?
Yeah, latest one.
Okay, now try to run the script and see what's happening after commenting them out, WebDriver manager. Because nowadays, Selenium has its own manager, okay? We don't have to depend on WebDriver manager anymore.
Okay.
That may be one of the reason I'm just thinking. Failing. Okay, some other thing
Yeah,
is failing now. Just scroll up,
Firefox also not
scroll,
running.
scroll up, scroll up. Not there in the code, in the result, yeah. Illegal state exception. 1 minute.
You need to update the Selenium version 4.16, I think, in
Okay,
pom.xml.
which version of Selenium you are using? Just see again.
Yeah, just a bit.
Pom.xml file.
Yeah, this one.
No, not here. The project you doing.
No, I'm just copying.
Yeah, here just change the version number. That's it. 4.16.
Okay.
Save it. Now run it again.
Yeah, okay. It is opening now.
That's the thing. Okay.
Yeah, and Arun, how to explain this whole project? Means,
That you have watched the video, right? Data-driven framework video.
yeah, I have watched. But
Yeah, please.
do they ask the data-driven projects?
No. They will not ask you about data-driven.
Yeah,
Mostly they'll
that's
ask
all.
about. Mostly they will ask the framework that you are using, kind of stuff. Okay. So that
Okay.
is real time. We generally use either page object model with SNG or different combinations will be there. Cucumber, BDD, okay,
Mm-hmm.
JUnit, page object model combinations will be there. Okay, those
Okay.
things they will ask. Maybe that is covered already as part of my interview questions. If you go to my interview questions, you have that. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
share you. Just give me a second. You stop sharing your screen.
Okay. Fine.
I can share you that. Now you can see my screen now.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, there is some. I created one playlist on Selenium Java interview questions. This is Java interview questions, recently started one. Selenium Java, where is that? After testing interview questions. Yeah, this one.
Uh, 8 days ago you posted, right?
No, this one is there from long time.
Okay, fine.
There are like 781 questions I answered so far. And
Mm-hmm.
Java I'm doing separately, but I can also add to the same playlist because this Selenium and Java both, right? So already I am now working on Java, but I'm not updating it in this playlist. Okay. So Java, I'll add this to this playlist later. But for now, just you can, somewhere I answered this already. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
How to explain your project or framework?
Yeah.
Yeah,
From
which
today
test
I'm
are you
doing
using?
yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, from
ex-
today I'm doing POM XML and
do it, no problem. But make sure that you use proper versions because they may get
Mhm.
outdated, right? I have done that long back. Okay. So use the latest version of Selenium, and wherever you see that WebDriver manager dot Chrome driver dot setup being used, right? Remove that. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That changes you do because you are facing problems, as you know, right now. You see,
Yeah.
this is the thing, right? Explain the framework you are using in your project. Okay. Some 24 minutes of video is there that you can, you know, if
Yeah,
you want,
okay.
I can ping it out, okay, to you, so that you'll understand how to explain, okay. So I'm
Hmm.
answering the question, like if I have to answer, if I get that question, how I'm answering, and that is there. I'll ping that video in the chat. You can take it from there, okay. The
Yeah,
Zoom chat, I pinged it. Fine.
okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah, and how much time it will take to complete this batch? Any
Yeah,
idea?
it will take time because there are different type of people in this batch. Okay,
Mhm.
so I'm going very slow only. So we have some more Java related stuff. Maybe 2 or 3 sessions on Java are there. Then we'll go for the advanced topics of Selenium. Then
Mhm.
we'll go with the frameworks and the anyhow live stuff is being done on the weekends now, right?
Yeah, okay.
Live projecting initiative is done on the weekend. So I don't know. Maybe by this 3 weeks, I'm just guessing for now. But let's see. I don't know. Okay,
Yeah,
because I'm
okay.
not worried about the timeline because I want to give more value to the people rather than finishing it up. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm not in a hurry in it at all. Okay, so because my intention is to cover and guide and not only covering and guiding but guidance, giving guidance. If you want to be fast, be fast. No need to wait for me. Okay, if
yeah,
if
sure.
You can go through my YouTube videos. If you want any guidance like this at the end of the sessions, you can ask me. Okay, I can help you out there. Okay, no need to worry much.
Okay. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
fine,
much.
fine. Welcome. And yeah, I think any other questions, guys?
Arun Tanmay.
Yeah, then may ask me. Ask the question.
Actually, I have one question regarding that 90 days notice period and all the things. How to tackle that? That is the one big challenge.
You see, everything is a risk in our life. Okay, so what I saw people doing that is, what they do is like when they have 90 days period, somehow they will get a job, and the people, new company people, what they will do is that they ask you to join in 1 month or 2 months, basically, right?
Yes.
So you cannot tackle that. Okay, one way is like some company, what they will do is they will touch base with your company, and whatever the amount they need to pay, the new company will pay. Okay, that kind of thing. Let's say that facility the new company is not providing to you. Okay, they're not in that bracket where they really want you, and even though your company notice period is 3 months, and those guys can give some compensation or something to break that notice. That is one way. But if that is not possible, risk factor will come into picture, where you will have an offer in your hand, and while you have an offer, you will keep trying for another job. Okay, let's say you have within 2 months you have to join one company set, but here you have 3 months. In the 2 months time period, you have to go and search for other job, and there also you have to mention 2 months or something based on your timeline. That's the only way to fix it. There's no other way.
Okay.
Risk is there. Okay.
Yeah.
Risk, because everyone faces the same problem. Okay. The company that you want to take, right, they want to intake you, they will say 2 months, but here they will have 3 months, or something like that. That's the problem that everyone is facing. Okay. Only way to play is with the number of offers. Okay, keep continuing. Okay, just don't depend on one company, and in the 2 months period, try to crack another job. Okay, so once you get a job again, you will say 2 months. Okay, so here you have to resign at least. Okay, to get that out of notice period.
Okay.
So it all depends on the risk. I'm not saying that risk won't be there. Risk will be definitely there in that, but it's your call.
Yes. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. But now market is not good, right? So taking risk is very not so easy. Yeah, any other questions, guys?
Arun.
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, the demo class that you talk about, is it coming up this Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
Saturday, okay.
Yeah.
And then
for me, it's today is for me first, right? On third, okay? That means day after tomorrow. Simple words.
okay.
Same
And
time.
it's
Same time.
and it's okay, same time, 7 o'clock.
Same time. Same time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe, but only difference is that we may have 1 session, 2 sessions, or 3 sessions. We don't know.
Okay.
Okay, for now. We'll see how it goes, because you see the lot of time will go for writing the code. Okay.
Okay.
Explanation will be very less, but real time tackling will be more, right? So that
Okay.
R&D, sometimes you see, even I'm not an expert in all the areas, right? So some new feature may come up, and I have to do some R&D to get some code and get it done. Things may take out for R&D and all those stuff. Okay, we don't know. That's the reason the sessions will become a bit lengthy there. But let's see. For your case only, I just moved it to 7 a.m. kind of stuff. Otherwise, I would have taken it 11 a.m. our time.
Yeah, thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
And then another thing is I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to impart knowledge. You don't want to rush things and stuff like that. For somebody like me, I'm a starter and a fresher kind of, and then I've watched your YouTube videos, some videos, and on manual testing and stuff like that. So I'm thinking, if possible, because I know we're doing automation right now. If possible, can I actually draw up a CV and start job hunting or do you think it would be ideal for me to wait till the end of the program?
Yeah, I feel it's better to wait because few more Java concepts are there, and other things like advanced topics on Selenium are there, framework things are there. People expect you to have some knowledge in that areas. Okay.
Okay.
Don't rush up. Maybe you just give some 2 or 3 more weeks of time and then you get started. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That
All
will be
right.
better, I feel.
All right. That's all I just wanted to find out.
Great. No problem. No problem. I'll be there.
Thank you very much for your time. You're a great
Yeah.
man. You're a great
Fine.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Cheers.
Maybe.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Surya, do you have any questions?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome then.
Yeah.
So I'll end this meeting then. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Fine. Bye.